Good morning. Hello, welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday. My tea is still steeping, and it should be finished steeping momentarily. I look a little more saturated. I swear my hair is not this bubblegum pink in real life. Like, everybody comes to the stream, they're like, oh, your hair is so pink, your hair is so pink, and I'm like looking at it in the mirror, I'm like, I swear it's still purple. But then my husband said the same thing when he checked out my stream VoD, and I was like, okay, fine. All right, maybe something is making it pinker than it really is. How are you guys doing this week? Let's see here. See if I can turn down that a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. Hi, cat. Kitty, you can't sit on my lap. I gotta get my tea. That was my tea. I'll be back in just a second. Kitty, you stream. Good job. You didn't stream. Where are you going? Man, usually she'll just sit there. And then later when I'm trimming the intro off the VoD, I'll like skip ahead to check out the part where the cat was streaming, and she's usually just like standing in my chair staring at me, wondering when I'm coming back. And like trying to gauge whether or not she can sit down without me having to like oust her again. Oh man. Bye kitty, kitty's over. Oh no. Well, we always have the fish cam. Alright, so we're gonna jump right into Mount Runs because I have 1 hour. I have 1 hour, and then I have to get to some other stuff. I have a packed day, but we've got 1 hour for some Mount Runs. I hope that we can get some mounts. I'm gonna go as fast as I can through our Mount Runs, which is Throne of the Four Winds, Vault of Archivon, Tempest Keep, and... Throne of the Four Winds, Vault of Archivon, Tempest Keep, and Zul'Gurub. Do we do anything else? Or, I mean, I know we finished Malagos, so we don't have to do that anymore. But I'm gonna just, like, burst through those with as much, DPS as I can. And then if I have time left, then I figured I can actually just get on my other priest and then do them again, You should have Hazel walk with a cat at your side 24/7, just like you. I mean, I have a cat at my side 24/7, but I also have a fish at my side 24/7 now. Meet Flutta, he's over there. I have not been able to, for the life of me, figure out what the heck is happening to Flutta's fins. Because at first, I get back from my 2-day trip, and I was gone for, 30 hours. Barely any time at all. And his back fin is, half of the size and looking kind of tattered. And I'm like, oh no, I'm killing my baby somehow. I don't know how, but I'm killing my baby. So I'm, looking up fin rot, and then there's tail biting, and then there's, tail flaring, and I'm just trying to figure out what the heck is wrong with this fish. And I got, where am I going? That's not right. I got a more scientific water test kit to make sure that it's, because fin rot happens when his water quality is not good. I've been doing partial water changes every day. His water quality is fine, and honestly, I tested when I got home and it was fine. He's a very aggressive and active fish. He doesn't really chill unless he's, sleeping. So I figured maybe he could be biting his fins. Maybe he got really bored when I was gone, because I'm normally here for him to look at, and I wasn't here. But I've never caught him biting his fins. I've seen fish do it. I looked up fish biting their fins on YouTube so I could see if that's what's happening to my baby. And they spin in circles to try and, bite their tail, and I have never seen him do that. He flares out his glass a lot. I don't know. Apparently some fish just can't. And there's nothing sharp in his tank. I triple checked. I redid his decorations, actually, you might have noticed. The treehouse is gone. The treehouse, it wasn't a huge problem, but it also... Where am I going? I do this every time. The treehouse wasn't a huge problem, but it did have some plastic plants on it, and then it was also almost a little bit too tall for the tank. There had to be a very specific amount of water in that tank for it to cover the treehouse. So the treehouse is gone. I've gotten him 2 smaller things. That one in the back on the right, he really likes sleeping in the lantern thing, so I'm really glad that he's digging those. I just need him to either stop eating his tail or stop stretching his... I don't know. I guess some fish just do that. Alright, that's the end of Fish Talk with Hazel for at least this 5 minutes. How many unique battle pets do I have? I can find out for you. let's see here. 917. And I haven't had any new ones in a while. The only one that I can really think of that I'm, like, working on, Stunted Direhorn. I've been extraordinarily slowly doing PvP pet battles. And then also, I still don't have the... this is terrible. I still don't have the Nightmare Trant. The family. I never actually, like, not only did I not make guides for Family Familiar, I didn't do it. Possibly because I feel so guilty about not making guides. But after Family Fighter, I have absolutely decided that any of those types of achievements, individual video strategies is just not the most effective way to do it. And I'll put together something going over all of the best resources for figuring out how to do those achievements. But I don't think that individual video recordings is the best way to do it. Hi Hazel, first time catching the stream live. Yay, welcome Leah Lovebird. Which allied race armor do you like most? The Void Elf, but not the pants. Like, my Void Elf armor, as soon as I put the skirt on her, is my favorite. But I had to get rid of the pants. I could not do pants. I feel as accomplished as you. I got from neutral to revered and halfway to exalted with Netherwing in one day, man. So you must have been finding some eggs then. It's always good to keep a fresh supply of fish for backup kitty food. No! Kitty doesn't get to eat the fishy. I don't think she even wants to. She's coming back over here. Do you want up? I'm wearing my fancy leggings, but you can be on my lap. That's okay. Yeah. You want up? She's staring at me like she wants up. Next time you are in the UK, next time you're in the UK, you should go to Fortnum and Mason's. They have an amazing tea store in there. I will, if I am ever planning a trip overseas, I will make sure to chat with you guys about it at least several times to get some recommendations of stuff to do. Because I've never been out of North America. I would love to go. Hang on, I don't know if my rate's on the right difficulty. We're doing 25 heroic, right? Like, just in case. Also, 25, let's put it on heroic just in case. Equip your weapon. Yeah, so am I in Holy Spec? I actually went and bought another, yeah, I am in Holy Spec. I went and bought another one of these things, thank you. Just to have something in that slot, both because it'll help my damage a little bit, and also because people get very upset when you don't have a weapon on. Persistence, omnipotent. Are you planning on playing the Retribution event when it's out in your region? So I'm gonna be honest with you, I actually didn't watch the Retribution announcement trailer, not because I didn't know it was happening, but because I had some weird half-baked idea about reacting to it, because I thought it was like a trailer, and now I don't really know what it is. I've seen some bizarre Overwatch... Kitty, she's just sitting, she's not even getting up. Here, I'm turning back around. You can let me know when you want up. I had like this weird idea of doing a reaction video, but I don't think I'm gonna do it, because I don't think it's like a cinematic trailer. And also, I'm a WoW channel. So I actually still don't know what's going on. It's something PvE, right? Like, it's some kind of replayable PvE mode. You like the fade to pink? Aw, thanks. Go to Ulduar. It's a good day for Ulduar. You forgot to do one Easter achievement. I'm sad. Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, there's always next year. You're wearing your shadow weapon? I am not. I am wearing a Netherlight Spire. It's not a very good weapon, but it'll do. Greetings from the UK. After 5 weeks of slowly grinding rep, I finally unlocked High Mountain Tauren. Any tips for getting rep faster? I mean, it sounds like you're done. Sounds like you're done. I do have that video though. I made a video about, like, for allied races specifically, for the fastest way to grind the allied races. It's called Unlock Allied Races Fast, you know. Well and fully clickbaited. Are you playing in the US or EU server? It's US right now. I do have an EU account. I feel like I'll be able to play my EU account a little bit more after I transfer off of Draenor and then make the video about why I transferred off of Draenor, because that auction house situation is just untenable for me. Like, the latency is bad enough without extra latency, and I've tried auction houses on other servers and they're not that, like, they're usable. The Draenor auction house is just not usable for me. You could just get your holy artifact. Yeah, but then I would have a holy artifact and it's only gonna be in my bags, and I feel like there's some kind of weird twisted Shadow Priest pride to never having done that quest. Any tips in collecting the rest of the battle pets after you have like 700? You've got 693. My best tip for that is to take advantage of, if you have not already, take advantage of the, fingers crossed, take advantage of the Warcraft Pets checklist feature. So if you import your collection into the Warcraft Pets website, it's a third-party fan site, and they will tell you, you know, what you have and what you're missing. You can get a list of what you're missing. You can choose to filter things that are, you know, like iCoke China promotions from 10 years ago. You can choose to filter things that you're not interested in getting. So you get a list of the things that you're interested in getting, and then you can have that actually as a checklist, and there's a field in that checklist that tells you basically what to do and what to get it. So you can use that to kind of figure out what your next targets are, and I think that's probably one of the better ways to do it, because if you just, like, go in your journal, and you can just go in your journal and, like, scroll down to stuff you don't have, and, like, click on one and go, oh, how do I get it? And then you mouse over, and it's like, recruit a friend. You're like, well, I don't want to have friends. Or at least that's how it usually goes. Where is this right on the map? So right now we are in Oldham, so southern Calendar, but both, because that's a cataclysm zone, both, I don't know where I'm flying to. I'm trying to get to Northrend. Both Stormwind and Orgrimmar, those are the words. Both Stormwind and Orgrimmar have portals to Oldham because it's a cataclysm zone. They're with the other cataclysm portals. Watching this while baking. Oh, what are you baking? We're baking tomorrow. We've got a baking stream going on tomorrow. I'm going to double check the time. Oh, I almost dropped my phone on my cat. I'm going to double check the time. I haven't even had any. I've been, like, holding this tea. I have not been drinking this tea. Oh, my Indian almond leaves are arriving today. I bought, like, some... I'm trying everything to fix this fish. I got some... Sorry, fish talk. I've heard that there's a type of leaf that's, like, native to their region that adds tannins. It sounds like I'm making tea in my fish tank, which doesn't sound good, but apparently they're a good, like, antifungal remedy / just good for your fish's stress to have in your tank. Like, you put them in there for a bit, then you take them out. I'll find out, you know, enough people do it that I feel like it probably won't hurt. So I'm heading to Northrend. I'm going to try and clear my bags a little bit. I'm trying my best to keep my bags in this character clear. Although I went to my bank this morning to stash some of my extra pet stuff in preparation for the stream, and my bank is full, and that's because I unlocked all the slots, but I never bought any bags for them. So I have my basic set of slots, which is full of pet upgrade stones, and then I can't put anything else in there until I actually make time to buy some bags. Any plans to do pet runs after the mounds? What would be a pet run though? Like, I mean, I have most I have a lot of pets. I feel like I don't have any farmable pets left. So I never did get this thing, actually. Ages ago, there was somebody that was going to invite me to a guild in another server so that I could get that. That never really worked out, either because I dropped the ball or they did. I don't really remember. It was probably me. So I never did get that thing. This thing, I will forever hate this guy that I used to work with for fighting me for that. Like, there was one copy of a D3 Collector's Edition that I wanted to buy, and this other guy also wanted to buy it, and he won the rock, paper, scissors, and I'm forever resenting him for it, because I guarantee you he does not play any of these games anymore, and probably did not after, like, 3 weeks after having won that. Baking stream hype? Hi, Leslie, how you doing? Thanks, darling. When's the next mail time with Hazel? Yeah, actually. So, I have one thing in my closet waiting, and I have a couple of other things on the way, at least one package from one of you guys, and then one or two things from companies that want to send me stuff. There's like a pet sling of some sort that I guess I'm gonna try and put my dog in and see how that works out. So yeah, I am gonna do it, but it's not gonna be this week. I try to do them in the first week of the month, but we're just waiting on some stuff, so it'll probably be another week or two. Also, the last couple of videos that I put out haven't been like WoW gameplay videos, and I want to make a couple of those before I start like mixing it up too much. I want to make sure this is still like largely a WoW channel. Thank you. Also, am I flying? I'm not trying to fly to ICC. I'm trying to fly to Vault of Archon. Also, that reminds me, I'm not drinking puer today. I need to update my tea readout. I am feeding you guys tea misinformation. It's terrible. We're drinking a traditionally processed Dian Hong 2017 Spring Harvest from Fengcheng. And this is one of my favorite. I can't even say. People ask me what my favorite tea is. I can't even answer that question. I don't even know where to start, but that's good. That's good. Although I feel like if the farmers that farmed that tea found out that I just like brewed it extra strong and put milk in it, they would probably like hit me with a slipper or something. I feel like that's a fairly universal way of expressing displeasure, is to strike somebody with footwear. And they probably wouldn't be super happy that I'm putting milk in it, but it's very good straight, but it's also very good brewed really strong with like a little bit of milk. What can I say? Saved my life today. I got my wisdom teeth removed today. Oh man. Oh, best of luck with that. Best of luck with that. I've been there. I had 4 of them, and I had them all out at once, and I did the whole football face thing and the questionable amounts of drugs thing. Not like prescription drugs, but I really hope that you've got a good support network with a couple people to take care of you. And just don't push yourself too hard. Just let yourself recover. Don't try and do too much. Misleading us on teas, how dare you? I know. Hoping my monthly tea box comes today. Oh, what kind of a tea box do you have? You got another 5 netherwing eggs? Dang. That's pretty good. Oh, speaking of eggs, actually, I have this. I have 1 fell-spotted egg, and another one, sorry, I'm worked up today. Another one won't drop for me. I have been killing, there's been 3 of the panther dudes up every day for the last, 3-4 days, and I've been killing them. And I had a really low drop rate of those things. So I have 1, it's hatched, we can open it. I kind of want to save that for, the end of the stream, but then I'm gonna forget. You guys gotta talk me into it. He's a lot. Thanks, Oscar. Do you like other WoW YouTubers like Nobble or Asmongold? I do enjoy other WoW YouTubers. I also wouldn't say there's any that I dislike. There's some that I'll actually go out of my way to make time to watch, and some that I won't. And that's not like a anti-compliment to anybody. It's just a fact of my life that I just don't have as much time as I want. And my time management isn't as good as I want either. Where are you from? I am from West Coast Canada. I'm from Victoria. Just open it now. Secret to making your character run hands-free. That would be auto-run. Also, my left hand is always on one of these things, and I have my auto-run key just on the top right-hand button of that thing, so I can have my T in one hand, and then I can select my auto-run with the other hand, and then because I also continue to have my movement is on this little joystick here, and I have a video that shows how I have that set up. You can look at my why I bind F1 through 12 video. But, yeah, I have my auto run and I have movement, so I can have this hand up here. I can be controlling. I can jump as well. I've got my spacebar keyboard on that thing, so you can pretty well control your character. That pinky, did I really? Oh no. When will you start working on your Lightforged Draenei? I don't know. I originally created that character to level with a friend, and then pretty quickly realized that if I'm hanging out with my friend, we're probably just gonna queue, or I'm just gonna make him watch K-pop music videos. So. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna boost. I don't need my boost. I got a boost because I pre-ordered BFA. I don't need my boost. I have multiples of everything that I want multiples of. I have 1 of everything else. I have really no reason, unless I one day get back into PvP and want to boost another character to do arena on, and it's not looking super likely, so I'm kind of just sitting on it. But I could theoretically boost that paladin. It means that I would not get access to the Lightforged Heritage Armor. I'm probably okay with that. Open it. Been enjoying your content. I want to ask you any tips on choosing a main. I'm starting to lose my mind. Man, I should do a video on this because we get this a lot. I would say try everything. Rule stuff out. Be like, I don't like being in melee. I don't like tanking. I don't like wearing mail. Just pick fairly arbitrary things that you kind of sort of don't like, and then roll them out, and then see what you're left with. And then eventually, sometimes you just have to pick on faith. They're all fine. You would be happy with any of them. Just commit, and the more time you spend with it, the more you'll like it. It's honestly fine to make a random choice. If you can't pick, I think that, in my opinion, and other people will disagree, but in my opinion, if you can't pick a main, but you want one, just roll out stuff that you know you won't like, and then pick at random, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. / roll 1 through 4. And stick with whatever you got. And spending time with it will deepen your appreciation for the class, and it'll make it more fun for you because you'll get more competent at it. As you get better at it, it'll be more fun. Okay. Auto run's a lifesaver. It's my most easily accessible mouse button. Redesign. Yeah. Reassign, pardon me. Yeah, I always have to make sure I have that one on a pretty good one. I can't understand why. I guess I can understand. I really hate the default numlock, because then I'm always toggling my numlock, and then I never have numbers when I want them, when I want to have numbers. It's just a very inconvenient key for it to be assigned to by default. That's one of the first things that I always change whenever I'm setting up keybinds. Is I think I have it on, because I have it bound to a gamepad and I don't need to actually hit the button on my keyboard, I have it bound to my, it's like my / or something that I would never otherwise use. So sorry I'm late. I was trying to figure out some stuff for my Florida trip in 2020. You are planning ahead. And are you planning on attempting any more challenges? I watched you do the Restorative Druid one. It was very entertaining. I don't know. I could try and do Disc Priest. So, I don't want to do Disc Priest. I have no interest in playing Disc Priest. I could try and do Hunter. That's really the only other one that I would consider doing, because I have a Hunter. She doesn't really have any legendaries. How do I get enough gold so I don't have to pay for the subscription? Well, there's a couple of ways to do that. There's you know, you go to YouTube, you look up how to make gold. I have some guides, other people have some guides. Basics of it are, if you want to make like a lot of gold, you're probably going to want to learn how to do the economy game, like playing the auction house, buying things, flipping them. And for your investment capital, I always like the doing world quest method. And not just doing world quest, but if you can get a character set up, and it's tough at first, if you can get a character set up, your combat follower, with 3 pieces of gear that all give them 50 gold per world quest. It takes a while. My other priest has it. This one doesn't. You get a pouch of wonder, you get a potion of Triton, and I forget the name of the third one, but there's another one. There's 2 pieces of legendary that will do it, and then a potion of Triton. And then every time you do a world quest, it's 150 gold. And of course, you can go do the ones that have gold. And you can rack up gold quite easily doing that. And then if you've got like herbalism, then, you know, every time you run by a herb node, you know, you pick that up. Those are pretty good. Do your bacon dailies. Get purples from everywhere and disenchant them and sell the crystals. That's also pretty good. Like getting your startup cash is pretty easy. And then if you can get a little bit practiced and find your niche to start flipping stuff. I don't know why I'm running out of here. I don't need to go to Malagos. I need to go to Tempest Keep. So we're going to go Stormwind, Hellfire, Fly North. Hey Hazel, hey everyone, hello, how are you doing? Run Dragon Soul? I don't want to run Dragon Soul. One of these days, and I've been saying this for months, but one of these days, I will clear myself a lockout that I can use to run Dragon Soul on these streams. Without having to clear madness, or without having to clear spine. I can clear spine, it's just really boring and hard to do on stream, or not hard, but harder to do on stream than it would be to do otherwise. I'm very easily distracted, and I have flown off that dragon before. Are you planning to do anything special to celebrate 100k followers? I feel like I am, but I feel like what it is that I'm planning to do has changed a lot. And I've kind of forgotten the other things that I promised, and I'm kind of relying on some of you guys to be like, you said in this stream on this day that you would do this thing, and then I can be like, oh yeah, all right. The one thing that I haven't forgotten about is that I said I would do t-shirts. I said that I would finally design or pay somebody to make design and then have available a t-shirt for 100k. I also want to do a video. The one that I have in mind is reacting to some of my first videos, because those are heckin' old and incredibly embarrassing, as are most people's early works. So those are the 2 things that I have in mind right now. T-shirts and then reacting to some of my old stuff. And it's gonna hurt. But if there's anything else that I said that I would do that I've forgotten about that we can prove, mind you, then I'm done. Lockouts don't work on Dragon Soul. I tried. Ward of Infinite Fury. Thank you. That's it. Ward of Infinite Fury gives the golden resources. Potion of Triton is just gold, and then Pouch of Wonder is gold and Chanced Artifact Power. That's what it was. Hi Hazel, love your vids. Any tips for starting out on mount runs? Well, I used to and would still recommend the Simple Armory mount planner. So if you look up Simple Armory, it's a third-party website. Look up your character on that. They'll give you a route, you know, places to go and how to get there. Like, you know, Hearth to Dalaran at this time, set your Hearthstone here, fly to this raid, then this raid, and this raid to, like, cut down your travel time. That does not cover anything past Cataclysm. I think that pretty much caps out at Cata. It has never told me to go get a mop mount, and I am for sure missing several mop mounts, so it won't get you super far, but it will get you started. And if you're very new to mount runs, and that's a great place to get started. Hi Hazel, first time making the live stream. Welcome to the live stream, Justine. I'm glad to have you. How long are you streaming today? Short one. I want to do about an hour, and we're about 24 minutes in, so I'm trying to just like get through some mount runs and get all of my community bonding in really quick, because I've got a busy day. You said you do a family fighter guide. I did family fighter. There are 120 Argus pet strategies, and you know what? Most of them have under 5k views. And it's awkward because I would love to have enough time to do every video and guide that I want to do, but this is my full-time job. And it's not just that like the videos didn't get a ton of views, but it took me so long to make them that I wasn't making other videos, and if it was just me and I didn't have any other financial support, it would just tank me. I don't think I can do it again. Favorite artifact skin for Shadow Priest? I really like the hidden one. Possibly because Il'gynoth would not give it up. I had to, like, we rated that whole tier, for the whole tier, you know, start to finish, and he would not give me that hidden appearance, and I had to go back and, like, do LFR for a couple months after that to finally get it. But it's spiky. It's like, you know, like, if the dagger is like a stabber, and then it's like you've got your stabber, and then you put additional stabbers on it, so it's very stabby. Site name Simple Armory. Let me see. Is it simplearmory.com? Yeah, simplearmory.com. Simplearmory.com. Armory spelled with no U's. Is Armory always spelled with no U's, or is that like a Canadian thing that I'm getting confused about? Sometimes I make spelling, but sometimes I put U's in places that they don't belong. So whenever I used to get into a threes group, a lot of people will ask you to type something in chat so that they can put your name into their macros. And the thing, most people put like a period or like a, you know, ASDFJKH, whatever. But I always type the word rhinoceros. And that was the first thing that I would do, you know, in the group so people could sort out the macros. That would just, you know, in party chat type rhinoceros. And one day, somebody was like, hey, did you know that you're spelling that wrong? Which was, honestly, hang on, let me eat my bear tartare. Flabbergasting to me, because I've always been bizarrely picky about spelling. Like, I make typos like anybody else. I'm not a terribly coordinated typer. But if I am trying to spell something correctly, you can bet your butt that I'm gonna do pretty good, you know? I didn't have a lot going for me as a child, but I had spelling test scores. And he's like, you're spelling rhinoceros wrong. I'm like, what do you mean? Because I was spelling it RHINOCEROUS. I was sticking a U at the end. He's like, yeah, there's no U there. And I'm like, no way, you're wrong. And then I like look it up, and I'm like, oh no, this is not embarrassing at all, because I bet nobody else even knew or cared. But oh my goodness, I can't believe I've been spelling rhinoceros wrong this whole time. And I would like to blame my Commonwealth heritage for having me put U's in places they don't otherwise go, but apparently that one doesn't belong there no matter what country you're in. Canada loves the U's. Hi Hazel, finally caught you. What's up, Daniel? How have you been? Always watch your vid. First time catching you live. Love your content. Good luck on Ashes. Thank you. Oh man, it feels good to run this raid on them. Like, because last week I was... Oh no, we did this on the Friday stream. That's right, we caught up in the Friday stream. I mostly remember running this on my laptop on my trip. Also, fun fact, turns out Mac right now has an issue with Alpha. I had a real hard time getting logging into Alpha on my Mac while I was away. When did you get into WoW? I got into WoW late Wrath, like the ICC patch. Beth, thank you very much for becoming a sponsor. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. I appreciate having you here, and I hope that you enjoy the stream and the emotes. Also, emote news. I guess I shouldn't say emote news yet. I wanted to leave it as a surprise, but I feel like after my last surprise, I can't say I have a surprise anymore. Everything is going to be a letdown. Everything after I got to interview a Blizzard dev is just like, it's all downhill from here. I've peaked in my life. But I did finally admit that it's okay for me to not do everything myself, particularly things that I'm not qualified to do. And I commissioned some emotes. They're not ready yet. I haven't seen them, and I'm not going to tell you what they're going to be until we have them. But I commissioned a set of 3. If those go well, I'm actually going to do another set of 3, because we have a lot of emote slots, because you guys have been sponsoring, and I think YouTube actually changed the structure. So we've got some emote slots, and they should be ready. They should be ready by next week. I did them. I ordered them yesterday, and they're supposedly 7-day delivery time, unless we need revisions, but we'll see. I can only watch for a little bit. I am at school. I hope that you have an excellent day at school. I feel like you have an American accent most of the time. That might be true. I've lived in America for about 3 years, and for a year or two before that, I was visiting pretty often. And I actually had a couple of people, when I was in Canada, working in Canada, ask me if I was American, because maybe I do have an American accent. And I don't know why I'm killing this boss. Revenge, I suppose. Yeah, there's more than one person thought I was American, so there must be some words that I have an American pronunciation on. I couldn't tell you what they are. But I was bizarrely offended by that. You know, I was in my homeland where I lived my entire life. I was like, what do you mean I sound like an American? A. I do Patreon here, but I wanted the green name here. I watch all of your videos. Aw. Thanks, Beth. Your Canadian hello from the motherland. Greetings to the motherland. I miss a lot about Canada. But the weather's pretty nice here. You know, Portland's alright. Portland's alright. The weather's alright. We don't have sales tax. Sales tax in BC, brutal. Like, at the time that I was there, I think they've been messing with it, but it would, at any given time, would be between 12 and 14%, depending on who won the last election. And that's a lot of sales tax, especially when you're buying expensive stuff. Also, speaking of buying, hang on, I'm going to catch up with chat before I launch into another story where I'm ignoring you guys for 10 minutes. Are you excited about the Overwatch event later today? I am uninformed about the Overwatch event later today because I avoided watching the thing for a dumb reason. I should just watch it. I can't watch it on stream. Something about YouTube streams is that it's much like a YouTube video. You can't, I want to be real careful about what I put on the stream. It's pretty much just always going to be this kind of setup or like just me and not other content. Cause you can get flagged in YouTube streams for restreaming other YouTube videos, but, I should check it out and I will probably be excited about it. Ashes are hard to get. Why'd you leave? I got married. BC is expensive, no wonder you moved. I would love to retire there. Like, Victoria is one of those places that you have rich people and you have old rich people. And, you know, you have people that live there all the time that just don't have any money left because they have to live there because it's really expensive. It's not Vancouver expensive, but it's expensive. And I would love to retire there, but I'm going to have to do some big things with my life if I want to retire there. Sales tax in Denmark is a flat 25%. Oh, that hurts. All right, never mind. 14's not that bad. You win. Nova Scotia taxes are awful. Portland is my dream city. Yay for the Pacific Northwest. We had all the sun yesterday. Today it is back to rain in Seattle. Yeah, same here. It was raining this morning, but I actually didn't even mind because it was warm. Like, I have a great raincoat. I have some super cute rain boots. They're like real big gum boots with like big flowers on them. People give me weird looks. I don't care. And you know, I got like my big coat and my dog doesn't care. He's all excited about it. So I'll just like strap on all my rain gear and head outside. And when it's cold and rainy and windy, it gets a little unpleasant because no matter how many layers you put on, you're still going to be kind of cold when you get home. But when it's warm and rainy, it's fun. I had a really good walk this morning. And when it's raining, nobody else is out walking their dog. Like I have sidewalks to myself, which is important because, you know, there's a lot of dogs around this area and many of them are lovely. And some of them are on leashes for a reason. And you really have to keep them away from your dog because my dog, he's pretty small, and he has been jumped by bigger dogs before, so I just try and keep some distance from a dog that we don't know because he's never been hurt, but there have been dogs that have tried to hurt him. And honestly, if it's a dog that he thinks he can bully, he'll bite a puppy. He will bite a puppy if he gets a chance to, so it's always nice when there's no other dogs in the road because then you don't have to worry about it. Toronto's expensive too. Toronto, does have one of the best, it's one of the best cities for internet connection in Canada. I was looking this up, like I was thinking like if I ever do have to go back, like God forbid something happens with my visa and I have to go back, where do I sit down? Because all my family is on the island and I would love to be near my family, but it's really expensive and the internet is horrendous. It's very expensive and the speeds aren't good, and I used to pay as much as they would possibly let me, and I still didn't have I wouldn't be able to have this stream. Tea suggestions for someone trying to quit drinking soda. First of all, thank you for the super chat. If you're trying to quit drinking soda, you're probably going to want a good amount of caffeine and something that you can maybe add some sugar to and then wean yourself off of the sugar later. So I would say go for a black tea. Try things like Earl Grey. Try, like, you want, like, the warm, satisfying, like, strong black teas. So try English breakfast. Try Earl Grey. There's a whole world out there, but I would start with black teas. If you're trying to ease off your, like, any dental damage that you might have done with soda, like, black tea's, like, great in, like, when you want the caffeine hit. In the afternoons, though, you can get some really nice, like, green oolong teas that are very good to drink straight. It'll be a palate adjustment for you if you're used to soda, because soda has so much sugar in it. For a while, nothing without that amount of sugar is really going to taste super good to you, but that goes away, that wears off, and wow, that's not... Start with black tea. Start with a good English breakfast tea. Branch out from there. Add-on is a health bar change. What do you mean, this thing or this thing? So the health bar over people's heads, that right there is KUI nameplates. The unit frames up here is shadowed unit frames. Fingers crossed. All right. Well, RIP. Heading to. I can see it. It's got dinosaurs. Zul'Gurub. Yeah, we're trying for the Zul'Gurub dinosaur. What about the teeth decay? So soda, notoriously bad for your teeth. Obviously, it's got a ton of sugar, but it also has what's often a lot of phosphoric acid. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I probably don't know what I'm talking about right now. Full disclosure, you're listening to advice from Westermer. But the acidity of soda combined with the sugar, it's just like a double whammy. Like the acidity softens up your teeth, and then the sugar just goes in, and it's horrible for your teeth, especially if you're prone to cavities. Anything with less sugar will help, and anything with less acidity will help, and tea covers both of those bases. But if you're having like a black tea with sugar, it still has both of those things. It's still acidic, and it still has a lot of sugar. Milk will help cut down on the acidity, but milk also adds sugar. So I always try and brush my teeth after having black tea, but I'm also very cavity prone. For the Alliance. Thanks, Timmy. For the Alliance. I've been feeling a little outnumbered lately. Like when I went to the Blizzard event. Sorry, where am I going? I'm going to Stormwind. When I went to the Blizzard event, a lot of people seem to be Horde. And then in just like in my comments and stuff lately, I've been getting a lot of people that would be like, you would be a great content creator if you were wearing the other color. Like, how come you're wearing the line? Stop. And, you know, I'm for the Alliance. I will agree it doesn't sound as cool to yell, but I've never really been a yelling person anyways. Like, I've never, you know, people like go to concerts and crowds and they like cheer. I've never figured out how to do that, and I don't try because I know it's going to sound really bizarre if I try. So I just clap really loud. I never figured out the woohoo thing. I suppose it's not a woohoo thing. That's probably why I can't do it. I never figured that out. I've never really been a yeller. Married an American too, so I'm only a legal resident, not a citizen. Until I get my citizenship, they can deport me. That's basically where I'm at. After you've been legally married and legally living in the States for 3 years, I believe you can start to apply for citizenship. And I am looking into that. I think I need to start studying for the test because my 10-year renewal is in processing. It's probably going to continue to do so for like another year or two because they're really backed up. But if I can get the citizenship, like dual citizenship, then it's just one less thing I have to worry about. Please tidy your inventory bags. Yeah, you're right. That's why there's horde bias. Telling me as a registered WoW streamer that basically drink nothing. No, it just means, water is good. Interspersing with water, like I have my tea and then I have my water. So like when you sort of rinse your mouth out with water as you're drinking, that will definitely help. Straws are good. I don't have one right now, but, sometimes you'll see me drinking, like if it's a black tea with milk or like any sugar in it, you'll see me drinking it with a straw to help get it past your teeth. And then, you just brush your teeth. I have like, I'm sure most people will be able to get away with less dental paranoia than I can. I just, some people just genetically have teeth that get wrecked. It's not fair. Also, I have, speaking of tooth stories, I have a really, I'm going to open this. I'm going to open this egg. I was going to count down, but I can't think of numbers right now. Oh, that counts, right? That counts as a mount drop. Oh, I needed that one. I was 110% expecting another docile skyfin diddly-bop. But. Alright, so now I only need one more. I mean, I'm missing the coolest one, but I only need one more. Woo! Okay. Oh, I feel better. And I haven't gotten any duplicates yet. Have any of you guys gotten a duplicate mount from a fell-spotted egg, or is that not a thing? Have you, because am I, like, if I continue, I just want to know if that heartbreak is waiting in my future. Congrats to the mount, thanks. What was that from? Fell-spotted eggs. So on Argus, there are 4 Panthara type mobs, basically mobs that look like this thing. There are 4 rare mobs of that type. There is Sabul and Kara and Makari. You've got Sabul and Kara in Makari, and you've got Narua in Crocun, and then you have Varga in the Antoran Wastes. They're not all going to be up on any given day. The upness of them varies. You can find out if they're up usually by looking through the group finder, see if anybody's making groups for them. When you kill them, they have a chance to grant the fell-spotted eggs. After a couple of days, the fell-spotted egg hatches. Has a chance to contain these 2 skyfin pets and the 4 skyfin. Hang on, oh gosh, this is all. My explanation's falling apart. And a chance to contain these 4 mounts. It can also contain yolk, which is basically nothing. It's not what you want. So if you want to farm these mounts plus the pets, your best bet is to take as many alts as you can do Argus on and kill those rares whenever they're up for a chance to get eggs. Just keep hatching them. I'm almost done. No duplicates. I've gotten them all via alts with multiple eggs. I've only gotten mounts. Oh man, haven't gotten repeats. Okay. 17's opening eggs. Chance is slow. How we drink is worse than that. We sip and continually refresh the coatings. That's true. Yeah. That's actually true. Chugging like a frat boy is another way to reduce dental damage, whether you're drinking energy drinks or tea or soda. Obviously, people aren't super happy about that, especially if it's like a nice tea. Like, that kind of like ruins half the purpose of drinking tea. But I've tried to separate teas that are bad for my teeth. Because if you're drinking like a green tea with no sugar in it, it's really not that much worse than drinking water. It's almost fine. It's almost neutral. It's not gonna really ruin your life. If anything, it's actually not like anything that, like chewing gum can be good for your teeth because it will it keeps your mouth from becoming too stagnant, I guess is one way to put it. I should really stop talking about things that I'm not qualified to talk about, but I stress about my teeth anyways. I only missed 1 mount. I got duplicate on the same day. Will you abandon your gnome priest for the void elf priest and BFA? Yes, that's the plan. It's not possible. What number of mounts is that for you? Total number? We're looking at 378. 378 total, including like the cross-faction mounts. A Japanese toothpaste that supposedly repairs damage way better than regular. Oh, true. Yeah, I had a toothpaste already. Wow, it's not even. Why? I don't know why you guys are here listening to me, but anyways, because I brush my teeth pretty often, minimum 3 times a day. Basically, if I've eaten a meal, I'm going to be brushing and flossing my teeth after that. And I go through a good amount of toothpaste, and I always feel like I'm running out. And I don't run out that often, but I never really notice until I'm like out. And then you have to order some, and I have to like steal some from my husband's. And, I mean, not that he minds, but so I went on Amazon and I found like a 6-pack, like a value, Costco size budget, like multi-pack of toothpaste for like a pretty good price, and it had the normal things that you want your toothpaste to have. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool, we'll do that. And I get them and I'm using them, and it's like really foamy. It's like really foamy. It's one of those ones where you're brushing your teeth and you feel like you're being waterboarded with dental like foam. It's fine. It's usable. It doesn't like ruin my morning, but if I had one tube of it, I would probably just be like, well, that I won't buy that one again. But I have like a year's supply of this toothpaste, and I'm wondering, like, maybe I'll get used to it. Maybe I'll grow to embrace the foam, or this is just my life. But I'm too stubborn to stop using it. It's the hair. You can wear down enamel by brushing too often and too hard. That is true. How do you have that many mounts? I'm running out of sources. Honestly, this isn't what you want to hear, but there's a lot of easy ones that I'm missing. There's a lot of mounts in this game. There's a ton of mounts in this game. Like, I have a lot of really weird random vendor mounts. Also, I have all of the shop mounts, both because people get them for me as gifts and because I have no self-control. So I have all of the shop mounts. And then I also have almost all of the TCG mounts. Not all of them. I don't have the rooster. I don't have, let's see. If we look for Lander long shot. So I don't have the camel. I don't have the magic rooster. I do not have the unarmored tiger, but I do have the armored tiger. I have all of these trading card game mounts that I purchased for gold on the auction house back in Warlords when I had more gold than anything else. So I have those inflate my numbers a bit, and those aren't something that anybody should reasonably expect themselves to collect if they're not trying to spend money on mounts. Especially because those TCG mounts are much more expensive now because the TCG's been discontinued. All right, so we got like 15 minutes left. I'm actually gonna, I guess I'm just gonna log out here. I'll hearth later. I'm gonna hop my other priest and do a few more. I'm feeling ashes. I feel like if I was gonna be excited about any mount, I would be most excited about ashes. So I feel like I'm gonna go do Tempest Keep my other priest. Where the cat cam go? Cat cam is available whenever the cat is around in this room. If cat is deciding to hang out in another room, then there will be no cat cam. I'm not going to make her sit anywhere. We have a couple rooms for her to be in. But the fish cam is the substitute for whenever cat decides to not sleep in here. So sometimes she's here, and sometimes she's not. Okay, so heading down to this her mogged. So there's a reason for that. I had her mogged in Noble Garden stuff, and it's no longer Noble Garden, so it like auto unmogs you, and I haven't fixed it yet, but I know that's bad. I know. I'm well aware. Fishcam, how's his fins? I can't tell if they're getting better. I don't think they're getting worse. I took some photos of it so I can compare them. I'm keeping a very close eye on him. I haven't seen him chewing on them. I don't think it's fin rot. Like I've been looking up lots of pictures of what that looks like. I've been testing with like the big kit with like all the test tubes and solution. Like I've been properly testing his ammonia, his nitrates, his pH, like the water hardness, everything. It's all 100% clear. I'm still doing water changes for him, like more like frequent ones every day, every other day. I don't know what his problem is. I think he's a very active fish. I think he might be just stressing himself out. I redid his decor. I heard that can help. And also, he's been hiding more. Also, here's the cat. He's been hiding more in his new lantern. Like, he's been sleeping there, at least. He doesn't really hide much during the day, as you can see. But he doesn't look super stressed out. He hasn't been showing any behaviors of, like... he hasn't been, like trying to rest some more. He hasn't been, like, trying to hide from his current. I don't think his filter is too strong. I don't really know, man. I don't really know what else to do for that fish. I've ordered in some Indian almond leaves to put in there to see if that helps, if he likes them. Oh, hi, cat. She's rubbing her face in my mouse hand. Or not my mouse hand, my gamepad hand. Kitty. Hi. Your butt's kind of in my face, baby. I mean, I know you know. We're Stormwind. Hopefully it gets better. Fins could be damaged from hitting and rubbing against things in the tank. I did check that too. I've checked all of his decorations. His plants in the back, those are silk plants. I got him silk plants, not plastic ones. I took out one of his decorations that had a hole that I was afraid he might get stuck in. It just didn't have anything sharp. Those two also don't seem to really have anything sharp. I don't know. I spend a lot of time watching that fish. There was when I got back from my trip, which was when most of the damage happened, there was like, it looked like there was bits of it floating around in its tank almost. Like there was like little flakes of stuff that looked like fin, around, and that makes me think that he like chewed it off or found a thing to I don't know. I don't know. But my thought is that as long as I keep an eye on him and it's not getting worse and I'm doing his water changes, I'm keeping his water really clean and there's nothing sharp in the tank, that's all I can do for him. I don't know what else I can do for him. Water changes cause a ton of stress. I know, but it's better than having potentially dirty water that like even if he is just chewing his own fins, that does leave him open to infection, and I would rather have really clean water. Muffins or pretzels? I want to surprise my mom, but I don't know which to make. I'm on the pretzels train. I bet I lost some fin by getting sucked against the filter. Got a sponge filter, sits in the bottom of the tank, doesn't make the water move. So I have, so the filter intake in that tank, I checked that. The filter intake in that tank is right behind the moss ball. I've like shoved his moss ball in front of the filter intake, both to kind of like weaken the filter a bit, because it was pretty strong. It wasn't that strong. He doesn't seem to mind it at all, but I put the moss ball in front of the filter intake. And then also I've seen him like swim near it before, and it didn't seem to do anything, but it's blocked now. Maybe just genetics. That's kind of my thought. His personality definitely lends itself. Like, he might be just flaring at his glass, at like the reflections of himself at his glass, because he does do that a lot. He glass surfs constantly, which is like when they like skid against the glass. Like he's trying to fight his reflection, and I've heard that they'll give that up eventually. You know, he's gonna get bored one day. I hope so. Or like he'll figure out that it's fine. He's been doing it less, so maybe it's just like an adjustment to his new home. But it's, I keep his light off now. That's another thing. He has an overhead light that I have not been turning on because having the light on in the tank will make it more reflective. So I've been trying to keep light on in here, but no light in there so that there's less reflection in there for him. It's not a curved tank. It's a very much square tank. I don't know. You had a 100-gallon saltwater tank for years. You got more than enough water in there to not create the current my tank has. Yeah, it's a 5-gallon tank. Have you got the invincible mount? No. Can I get a birthday shout out? I dinged 26. Happy 26th birthday, Hazelnuttygames. Shout out to you. I hope you have an awesome day. You doing anything cool for your birthday? People always ask me that, and I'm like, and I always say, like, no. I'm playing WoW. Leave me alone. Don't judge me. Other boring stories with Hazel. Actually, this is vaguely relevant because I think I'm going to do it like after I'm finishing a video this morning, and I'm going to try and put that out as soon as I can. Hopefully around noon, but we'll see. We'll see how long it takes me. Or afternoon today. And then in the afternoon, as soon as it gets here, I've been trying to buy a camera. I know I have a lot of cameras. I've been trying to buy a camera, and it's been stressing me out so much because apparently the things that I want don't exist, or at least they don't exist in the price range that is reasonable for me as a WoW YouTuber who only rarely needs a camera and already has some okay ones. But basically, like the camera in the baking streams, it's the same one I'm using right now. It looks great in here. Something about the light in the kitchen, no matter how many lights I drag in there, it just looks awful. I can't with it. It's better since I upped it to 60 FPS, but it's not great. So I got one of those Elgato cam links, and which is basically it adapts a fancier camera to act like a webcam. It doesn't work with all of them. It won't work with the camera that I record my vlogs on. And I'm trying to buy a camera to work with it that I'm really happy with. And I really want it to be a visual upgrade over the camera that I do record my vlogs with, because that'll make my workflow so much easier for whenever I'm recording a video that has camera. Because right now, you know, I move my monitors, I set up my camera, I make sure there's a battery in it. You know, you turn it on, you record, you turn it off, you get it off, you bring it over here, you import, you take the batteries out, you make sure your battery's all good, you get like, it's a lot of stuff. And if I can just set one up as a webcam and do all of the recording directly on my computer, better. So I ordered one and I tried it out and it looked like garbage. So I returned it. And I've ordered another one, and I really want it to do, and I think this is what's sticking me, this is my fault, but I really want it to do 4K. And I want it to look better than my current camera. My current camera, it's a good camera. It's a Rebel T6i. It's like a $600-700 camera. But I'm looking at prices above that, and you'd think that when you get a 4K camera that costs significantly more than that it's going to look better, but it just doesn't. So I'm trying another one, and then if that doesn't work, I have another one that I can try. But I'm probably going to do a video that's like unboxing the one that I'm trying today, and then setting it up with Camlink to kind of show what that process looks like, because it's something that I've been really curious about, that I've wanted to see some videos about, and I couldn't really find anything, so I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I'll keep it. It needs to look better than my other one, and I'm starting to realize that my other one looks pretty good considering the price range of it. But I want to make the move, not for streaming. I'm probably not going to stream in 4K. I don't think I have the internet for it. YouTube would let me, but I don't think I have the internet to stream in 4K, and honestly, I think that probably not that many of you have both the monitor / TV and the internet to handle a 4K stream. I feel like the demand for that's not there yet, but I would really like to be able to put out videos in 4K, both the WoW videos and the other ones. So I'm trying to look at my hardware and get it sorted out. I would like the vlogs to be like the WoW videos in 4K. That's one thing. We'll see if my 1070 can do it, or if I need to wait until they rebuild. But for my vlogs to be in 4K, I'm gonna need a 4K camera, and it needs to look better than my current one. Otherwise, what's the point? Oh man, I've been stressed about it, which is very silly because it's a completely silly optional extra thing that's not a big deal right now. But once I start something, I have to get it done and out of the way. I hate having loose ends. I got Ash's vlog the second time I ran the raid. Wasn't even trying for the mount. Shadow Priest AoE. Yeah, I had forgotten to switch over, and that's why I'm switching over now. I'm not gonna eat Bear Tartar. We're just doing this one. We'll kill Kel'Thas, see what he's got for us. Yeah, they're fixing the Shadow Priest AoE issue. They are fixing that, They are fixing that in BFA. They're giving us Mind Seer back, and they're also changing the way that Void Eruption works. So, and you know, they're giving us Mind Seer back, like the proper Mind Seer button. So, Shadow, I think, is going to be the preferred pre-spec for running raids, because while Holy Nova is great, Mind Seer is just ranged. Like, you can do Mind Seer at range. So that'll be nice. Feeling lucky, I might do some mount runs today, starting with Ashes. I hope that you have better luck. I guess I can't say better luck than I've had so far, because I got a new mana ray today. I knew it felt like a good day. It's even cleared up. Like, it was super rainy during my walk this morning, but it's starting to clear up now, huh? It was there was crazy rain and like wind. Like, rain is one thing, you know, it's Oregon, we get rain. But whenever you get like a windstorm at the same time as the rainstorm, and the wind is just blowing the rain into the windows, the cat gets so concerned. She's not really distressed, but she'll like sit by the window or like get up in a chair and like stare at the window, and every now and then just meow at us like, guys, you know about this, right? Like, I'm concerned. Do I need to be concerned? Do I need to do something? Do I need to defend our household? Also, I should start this, huh? Oh no, he's going. He's talking. Love your channel. I'm pretty new here. Welcome to the channel, Seraphim. I'm glad that you made the time to catch a live stream. I appreciate that. What happens if you get a second invincible in your account? Is it possible? Yeah, you can have another one drop while you already have the first one. It is still soulbound, and you've already learned it. So at that point, you delete it, and then you don't tell anybody unless you want them to be not your friend anymore. Sup, Thaladrid? Oh no, that's okay. I will hit you with my stick. There we go. Cute cat story. I mean, I have a cute cat. Oh, cat. Not that it's a problem. YouTube is not going to flag me for this or anything. It's just sometimes the camera gets like really focused on your stuff. And like what if it's somebody's very first day on YouTube and they decide to check out a nice WoW stream and there's a cat butt. Hi Hazel, one last question from Met Newbie. You think it's possible to do in a rogue, or should I wait until I have better AoE classes leveled? Rogues are fine. You want to be the rogue spec that has fan and knives. I'm pretty sure is the generally accepted way to do it. You want fan and knives. I don't remember which spec that is. I haven't played rogue in a while, but they still have fan of knives. And yeah, you just run around, you go and you just like flick knives at everybody. It works great. Pointy stick of hitting things. A pointy stick of hitting things. Yeah. Well, this isn't very pointy. This is my holy staff with its new appearance that we got on stream last time. So it's not all that pointy. Now these bags are a mess. I have 3 blossoming branches that, like, when am I ever going to use those? When am I ever going to use those? Where's my Infinite Fury? That's like my jam. That one's my buddy. Infinite Fury. Man, there it is. I feel like I've gotten my gear on my other priest. She's like 928, 930 now. I have 2 legendaries. I don't have the right ones. I just got the Shadower Pain fingers, like the Twins Painful Touch. Not the ring I wanted. I was hoping for like a Safuz or Pridaz or Mangazas, obviously, or like I would have taken the Heart of the Void. That would have been good. No, give me the fingers that have been in my bank on my main for ages. Not that it matters, you know. We're just waiting for BFA, but I think our gear's about as good. Assassination? Okay, cool. Pretty sure the NVIDIA experience lets you stream. What do you mean? Still farming Invincible 6 tunes a week? Oh, that's a commitment. I hope you get it soon. Watched a lot of your videos recently. Keep up the good work. Thank you. You hear Shadow might get the holy PvP skin? I heard briefly about that. About something about a shadowy holy thing, which sounded interesting. Hey Hazel and Chat. Hello, how are you doing? PS5's coming in 2020. They want the market to be saturated with 4K TVs. They think that'll happen by 2020. I mean, I could believe it. I actually bought a 4K TV not that long ago, but it was cheap. Well, cheap for TVs. It's like they're not that expensive anymore. I was shocked because back when I worked in tech, if you wanted like a 50-inch TV that was 1080p, you'd be looking at like $800 to $1,000. And if you wanted in 4K, they didn't even sell them back then. And like I saw on sale that I could just roll into a Best Buy and pay $300 and get a 50-inch 4K TV. Like, and not even like a no-name brand one. And it's like, well, okay, sure, why not? I mean, it's a bit of money, but it's I wanted to have a TV in the bedroom to watch Overwatch League, like when I really want to. Sometimes I want to watch Overwatch League in bed. Sometimes I want to curl up like with my drawing tablet or my cat, or I have like this stuffed sea lion. I don't know, it's a long story, but sometimes I just want to curl up in bed and watch Overwatch League. So I wanted a TV for that. And yeah, they're not that expensive anymore. So I could believe that by 2020, 50% market saturation. Assuming that people, like, I think people, because like you said, TVs age really well. Or like Matai said. People aren't necessarily going to replace their TVs. Like, if you have a HD TV and it works fine, you're not necessarily going to want to go out and mess with getting a higher def TV. So I think what really needs to catch up is internet capacity. Like, if everybody has enough internet to get the 4K Netflix and getting 4K content from their cable providers, then they're more likely to get a 4K TV. But right now, the amount of 4K content I can even put on my 4K TV is pretty limited. So It's I feel like that, like, more so the limited availability of content rather than the limited availability of the TVs. I think TVs are not the bottleneck, although, you know, people might not want to replace them. Anyways, it is 10 a.m. I am done, but I'm coming back tomorrow, and I'm coming back tomorrow at 10 a.m. We are making a fireside log. It's like a cake with, like, maple syrup cream layers. It's gonna be, like, rolled. Some of it's gonna be blue. It's gonna look like a Hearthstone. I don't really understand. We're gonna try and make some cake tomorrow. That is tomorrow at 10 a.m. So exactly 24 hours from now, I'll be live from my kitchen. I'm gonna try out that new camera that's coming today. I can try it out for the stream and then return it if it's not good. But I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna try and get a video together for this early this afternoon, and then another one for tomorrow. Thank you. Shout out to all of our new sponsors, and our super chats helps a ton. Keep an eye out for my Twitter. I'm going to post the emotes when I get them done, hopefully sometime before now and Monday. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.